So today I thought I would talk to you guys about one of my favorite things in the entire world, tea. Although I drink tea pretty much every day of my life, I'm not all that picky about tea. To me personally, different teas are best for different circumstances. The tea I drink has a lot to do with kind of how I'm feeling that day, or what kind of energy I want to have. For example, you don't drink caffeinated teas when you're going to bed, right? I feel like all moods have a tea that goes with them. So I thought I'd go ahead and share some of the teas that I really like with you today. I'm going to start off with flavored teas because I know a lot of people really like flavored teas, and for me, especially right now, the brand I really like for flavored tea is this Yogi brand. This Chai Rooibos. This is my NaNoWriMo tea. This is the tea I drink if I want to sit down and write, especially in winter months. It's nice and warm and spicy. I think Yogi does a really good job of combining flavors together in a way that is really pleasant, doesn't really need a lot of sugar or honey added. I only add honey to tea, not all teas. Most tea I drink exactly how it is in the box, and I think Yogi is really good for that. This one, if I'm feeling like I want a little extra sugar, I might put a teaspoon of honey in. So I really like the Chai Rooibos for writing. Recently from the Yogi brand, I've been drinking a lot of this one, the Honey Lavender Stress Relief. This one is really nice. This one I put a little bit of honey in. It might be nice with a little lemon also if you like that. This is just nice, calming tea. The lavender comes out really well, and I love the taste of lavender, which is why I particularly go for this one. They have another stress relief one, but it isn't as good. I don't like it as much. It doesn't have the lavender taste. I was drinking that a whole bunch recently because I recently got married. Did I show you? Proper wedding ring now. Fancy, fancy. Another one I picked up recently and really like. This has a really nice, pleasant citrus flavor. Unless they're sweet tangerine positive energy, I don't necessarily buy into the tea giving you the positive energy, but I definitely feel a lot happier after drinking this. It could be a placebo effect, or it could easily be that these are just the types of flavors and herbs that give me kind of a boost. I think citrus tends to give people a little bit of a boost, but that one's been really working for me, and it's really tasty. I don't feel like I need to put anything in this. This is basically, this basically tastes like juice to me. It's so good. This is my absolute favorite of their teas right now. I started getting this because I was like, oh, I should lose some weight, and then this was the tastiest tea I've ever had. I was so happy with it. Sometimes I just crave this tea. I hadn't really been into berry flavored teas before this, but I got this one. The Blueberry Slim Life. This is freaking delicious. The blueberry flavor is really strong. There's a little bit of a floral taste in that. I don't put anything else in this. It is just so tasty. Really like this one, so I recommend that one. If you're not so into the berry flavored teas, you might try it. Of the ones I showed you, these two are caffeinated, so I would drink those during the day. These two are not. It's surprising that I drink this for writing. I just think it's a nice calming, gets me in the writing mood. Next up, since we're still in flavored teas, I want to show you a couple other flavored teas that I really enjoy. I only have with me one of these Republic of Tea teas. This is my favorite, this ginger peach. This is good for like a stomach ache, if you just want something a little peachy. The ginger taste I think is a little bit stronger. This is a black tea, and it very much tastes like a black tea, which is what I like about the Republic of Tea teas. They use really good tea leaves, and you can taste the tea leaf as well as the added flavor, kind of nice and balanced, which Yogi doesn't really do that. Yogi, the flavors come through a lot more, but if you like the taste of tea, Republic of Tea is a really good one. They have a really wide catalog of teas, but this ginger peach has pretty much always been my favorite, and so I just keep this around. Such a good tea for stomach aches, but also sometimes you just want that nice ginger flavor, and so I have that one. Another Rooibos tea. I'm not sure where you can find this because I know this is local to Colorado. When I was visiting my mom, I got this one. This Titulia. This is kind of a cool one because it's this tea company really focuses on helping people, especially women, grown by women, sustainable teas. This has such a good flavor. This is a strong, a hibiscus-y, but also sort of almost a reddish berry-y taste. This one's just really nice. I don't know where you can get this. If I find it, I'm gonna put it in the description below if you can order this online. But this is just a really nice tea that I've recently been into. Also flavored tea. If you are ever in the Seattle area, you need to stop in and at least try some of this market spice tea. This is one of the teas that Seattle is very much known for down on Pike Street. This has a really strong citrusy flavor, like the rind of an orange, that kind of citrus, like sharp, very cinnamony, very spicy sort of tea. This is fantastic iced. My now husband really likes this as an iced tea. I like it either way. I like it hot or iced. I just have this little tiny packet with me right now, but this is so good. If you really like chai, this is stronger than chai and more citrusy, but you might really enjoy this one. I used to work at Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf, and they also have some really phenomenal teas. So Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf has really high quality tea, and a couple of them that I really enjoy. My favorite, very favorite tea from them is this Genmaicha Green. I love Genmaicha. This one has a really nice flavor. It has that nuttiness of the puffed rice. Genmaicha is green tea with puffed rice in it, and I love the taste of the puffed rice. It's a really nutty, nice flavor. If you've been for sushi, the chances are pretty good that you got this one if it wasn't matcha, if it wasn't the powdery green. It's pretty high chance that you got Genmaicha instead, so you might already know what this tastes like, but this is my favorite green tea. This is so good. I particularly like this brand because the roasted rice flavor comes out really nicely without being sort of overpowering of the sencha. Other ones I keep around from Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf are these two, ginseng peppermint and lemon chamomile, and I keep both of them together because Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf has a medicine ball tea is what they call it, and it's basically a cold buster. If you feel a cold coming on and you drink that, it pretty much wipes it out. If you start to have a sore throat, I've never known somebody to drink it and not sort of get over their cold or their sore throat quite quickly, and it's because it's a combination of these two. Ginseng and peppermint are so good for you when you're sick. So are lemon and chamomile. You put the two together, feeling really bad, maybe put a slice of lemon in there, maybe a little extra honey. If you don't like the flavor, these are very strong flavors. I'm not into chamomile by itself, I'm not into ginseng by itself, but together this is the ultimate cold buster, and so I keep this around because I do like these flavors all mixed together. So you put 2 tea bags in, and then you can re-steep that like 4 times, and then you're pretty much feeling good. If you get sick and you didn't cold bust yourself beforehand with tea, I always go for this cold remedy. This throat coat from Traditional Medicines, and I always get the lemon echinacea. I think they have just lemon, and I think they have just echinacea. But if you're really sick, this I keep in the house at all times because I've never known anything to work as well. You've probably taken this. Let's be honest. If you're watching this and you enjoy tea, you probably have this in your cupboard too, because I don't know that there's a tea that works better than this. This one has a very strong flavor. The echinacea really comes through, and I know that's kind of a barky, unpleasant taste for a lot of people. So I typically, when I'm sick, put a big old spoonful of honey in there. Honey's very good for clearing out your throat. It has antibacterial properties, so it really helps with the cold. But this one, get that and keep it in your cupboard. It's sort of, it does what it says. It does exactly what it says. It coats your throat. So if you have a sore throat, this is like your best friend. Just keep on drinking this with a little honey. Maybe add a little extra lemon, because lemon also helps to kind of cut through the mucus in your throat. But always this one. And now I'm going to go ahead and go over some of the plain teas. Oops, I didn't grab one. Oops. And now I'm going to go over some of the plainer teas that I like. When it comes to black tea, the brand I go for is Twinings. I just typically like them for what we can get in the US. if you just want a bag of tea, to just drink some black tea, Twinings is a really good brand. I think they have a nice flavor. I think they don't try and disguise the black tea too much or overpower it. This is the Earl Grey. If I want Earl Grey, this is exactly what I want. It has that bergamot flavor without getting rid of too much of the nice black tea taste. I don't have it right now. I didn't realize we were out, but I also like Twinings Irish breakfast tea particularly, and also their English breakfast tea is good, although the Irish is slightly better. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like smoother, tastier. I love the Irish breakfast tea. Because we're out of that one, the black tea that I do have is this loose leaf English breakfast from Teavana. I don't know if you can even see in there. Nope, it's pretty dark. We're almost out of this one too. We drink a lot of black tea. One of the reasons we drink a lot of black tea is because you can make milk tea with it, which is, I think traditionally use oolong, which is why we're out of all the oolong tea. But you can also use an English breakfast tea. You put in some condensed milk and maybe a little half and half kind of to flavor to taste. So it's mostly milk, and you refrigerate that, and then you have a nice cool milk tea, and that is really pleasant. We drink a lot of that, so that's why I'm so low on black teas and I don't have any oolong. And my last tea is going to be blasphemous, I think, because I really like green tea. But I really like green tea, and I actually have some really nice green teas, some loose leaf teas, some Teavana teas, as well as some other teas. We have a little bit of matcha. We have some really nice senchas. We have a whole plethora of green tea. They're all in kind of indistinguishable tins right now, so I didn't bring them out. However, if I just want a cup of tea, 9 times out of 10, if I'm not craving one of the other teas that I showed you, or I don't have a purpose for one of the other teas, I go for the exact same type of green tea. And the first time I had it, it was just like, this is my tea forever. And it's lucky it comes in such a big package, and you're gonna laugh, but it's from Costco. This is a sencha matcha blend, which I feel like has the best of both worlds. You're gonna laugh at me. I get 100 packs of tea in this thing. This isn't like a, you know, have a nice cup of tea or anything. This is, I literally, if I just want to drink tea just to like calm myself, or just to have something warm, or just to have with me while I'm writing or something like that, and I don't need to like boost myself, all I want is just a drink of tea, this is my go-to. This is so good. It's just a nice smooth flavor. It has the matcha flavor, but not really the sweetness of the matcha. Some matcha can get very, very sweet, and this doesn't have any of that. But then it has the nice green flavor of the sencha, but the matcha sort of cuts down the almost bitterness of that it can sometimes have. It also, because it's the combination, it's a lot better for forgetting about. Matcha you can sort of, you just put the powder in, you just leave it, you're fine, you can forget about it, but then it tastes really weird when it's cold. Sencha, you really need to not steep too long. If you oversteep sencha, it tastes really bad. This kind of reduces that. I can leave this for, you know, 10 minutes while I completely forget about it and then drink it, and the flavor is still nice. So we just buy these big old boxes from Costco, and then I'm happy for life. It takes up a lot of room in the cupboard when I have all these like nice cute little tins, but I have this gigantic box too. But anyway, those are some of the teas that I really enjoy. I just wanted to share that with you. We're moving into writing season and winter and all of that, and it's tea time. So let me know what some of your favorite teas are. Let me know if you've tried some of these and what your opinions are, and I will see you again soon. Bye! Anybody notice I got my eyebrows done? Oh yeah. Whoa.